Welcome to the demo of the 26A feature Redwood use electronic signatures and electronic records when reporting output transactions during production execution. With this feature, operators can capture electronic signatures and generate electronic records while reporting output transactions during production execution. The approval and record creation happen directly within the Redwood experience. This ensures that output transactions are securely authorized and fully traceable, meeting compliance and audit requirements. Electronic signatures are embedded into the execution flow, eliminating the need for manual approvals or external documentation. Overall, this feature improves control, traceability, and data integrity while simplifying how output transactions are reported and approved on the shop floor. Before we move into the demo, let's quickly review the prerequisite setup required for this feature. First, electronic signatures must be enabled using the Configure Electronic Signature Preferences task. This allows electronic signatures to be captured inline during production execution. Next, approval rules must be configured using the Manage Task Configurations for Supply Chain Management task. This determines when electronic signatures are required for execution transactions. Finally, approval groups must be set up using the Manage Approval Groups task. These groups define who is authorized to approve electronically signed transactions. Once these prerequisites are in place, electronic signatures and electronic records can be used seamlessly during production execution. With that setup complete, we can now move on to the demo. Now let's look at the demo scenario for this feature. In this demo, I'll show how an output transaction is submitted for approval during production execution. I'll then walk through how the transaction is reviewed and approved, and finally how the transaction is submitted after approval. This demonstrates how electronic signatures and electronic records are seamlessly integrated into output reporting using the Redwood user experience. I begin in the Work Execution work area and select Production Execution. From here, I select the work order operation that I want to execute and start execution of the operation. Next, I click on Report Output to report the production output for the operation. Instead of directly submitting the transaction, I click Submit for Approval, which sends the output transaction for electronic approval based on the configured rules. Next, I move to the Approvers view. I check the notification for the pending output transaction and open it to review the transaction details, including the reported quantities and related information. After reviewing the details, I approve the output transaction using the electronic signature process. Once the transaction is approved, I return to the execution screen. I refresh the page to view the inline approval status, which now reflects the approved state. Finally, I submit the output transaction after approval, completing the process. This concludes the demo and shows how output transactions can be securely reported, reviewed, and approved using electronic signatures and electronic records within the Redwood production execution experience.